Hello, everyone. This is Coach Michelle coming to you live from Atlanta. Hope you guys are having a super fantastic day. Today's video is going to walk you through the process of identifying what you need to do and how to do it to get licensed in the state of Georgia as a private home care provider. A lot of us are saying non-medical, non-skilled home care provider in the state of Georgia. But as I go through this, I want to make sure you guys have the right terminology and understand what it is you need to do to be successful with obtaining your license. So it's actually called a private home care provider. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is go to Google. And what Coach Rob and I have decided to do is actually walk you through the process versus simply telling you, we're going to show you. So the first thing you're going to do is go to Google, right? And then you're going to type in PHCP license, right? That's what you're going to do. And then the first one that comes up, in your case, it may be the second or third, you're going to click on where it says private home care provider licensure packet. And it's a PDF. So you're going to click there. And this is what you'll see. And it's a rather large file. So I want you to go through it in great detail. So as I scroll through this, you'll see private home care provider licensure packet. Every single thing that you need is embedded within this document, this file. So the first thing I want you guys to understand is the state private home care provider permit, the licensure is regulated by the Department of Community Health, Healthcare Facility Regulations, which is located downtown on Peachtree Street. I don't recommend calling them. They get a lot of phone calls because all of the answers that you need are right here within this document. And we've decided to update the video that we currently have on YouTube. We decided to update it with this one because there have been some changes. So you no longer need to submit a binder, a physical binder to the state. What you need to do is get everything together, same format as before as far as process and elements. However, everything is digital now. So you're going to upload everything to the MMIS, Mary I like ice, S like Sam website. The details on that is in this packet as well. So the licensing is a two-part process. So you're going to submit your application. You're going to wait for approval, which takes up to 6 months, actually 6 months in the state of Georgia. A lot of information you read is going to say 60 days. A couple of years ago, it was 60 days, but now it's 6 months, right? So you're going to go through that process. Upon approval, you will get a provisional license. The provisional license is good for 1 year. And then within that 1 year, you need to become operational by getting 2 clients and having what you see here, your on-site survey for a regular license, which is your full license. So in this section, it's going to talk to you about what that looks like, what you need to do, and things like that. And then as you scroll, you'll get to the initial application packet breakdown. This is telling you and explaining to you everything you need to know, okay? And I want you to continue, and you'll see some areas are in bold when it talks about the live scan, when it talks about, your fingerprinting. You want to make sure that you follow the steps. And there is an email, phone number in here within the packet that will help you through that process. And you see here it says 60 days. It's actually 6 months, like I mentioned a moment ago. I want you guys to take your time and go through this entire packet. It is full of information talking about everything you need, right? So your first on-site survey, you need to be prepared. During that first on-site survey determines if you're going to actually get your full license, right? Very, very important. That's the goal. No one wants to get a provisional license and not succeed to a full license that opens you up and opens your business up to many, many more opportunities. So you need to be prepared during that. With your policies and procedures, that's what you're going to use and go step by step and make sure you adhere to your policies and procedures, which is directly written from the rules and regulations in order for you to pass that survey. So pay attention to this section here and you'll be fine. This section here, D, is talking about how often surveys are done. So you want to be aware of that, right? There you go, D and E. Follow-up surveys. All of this is talking about when they can actually come out to your office unannounced to do a survey, right? So you go through this information, failure to become operational. I'm not going to spend any time on that because each and every one of you will become operational if you do what it is you need to do. Renewal, every year you need to renew, pay and pay an annual fee. And then change, if there's any change in ownership, there's a process you would follow. Same application, you just follow the steps. Unlicensed agencies, unfortunately, in the state of Georgia, there's a lot of unlicensed agencies. So you do not want to be one of them. You do not want to be one of them. You want to make sure you adhere to the rules and regulations and stay compliant at all times. I'm going to share with you, there's one way that I have found people working as an agency owner, unlicensed agency owner, without really knowing. So let me just share that with you. If you fall within this category, you are unlicensed, okay? And you need to get licensed ASAP. If you are an independent caregiver and you're providing services to someone in their home, kudos, that's fine. It's not regulated. This is when things start to go wrong. This is when things start to go wrong. You do such a great job for your client, then he or she refers another client to you, right? Their neighbor, their friend, their family member, whomever. And you say, oh my God, thank you so much for the referral. And then you send your sister, your mother, your brother, whomever out to provide the services. You've crossed the line and you need to jump back over. You need a license if you are actually sending caregivers out to render services in the client's home. If you're doing it, you're fine, okay? Complaints, they can come out. If there's a complaint about your agency, they can come out unannounced whenever they like. Service area, this is a question that I get a lot. How many territories can I have? How many counties can I service? What do I need to do? How to do it? So in the beginning, the state allows you up to 10 counties. And I've heard recently some people said 5. So it just depends because there's always things that are changing in the paperwork, meaning this file is not always updated. So I'm giving you the information based on reviewing this at this time and any updates that I am aware of that may not be included, okay? So you can get up to 10 counties. Side note, a nugget from Coach Michele is you want to be very mindful. A lot of times we want this huge territory, we want a whole lot of counties. It's very important, guys, to be known as the local expert in your area, right? When I used to own a couple of franchises back in 2003, my mindset was, oh, I need all these territories. I need to buy this. I need to buy this. So I end up with 4 units with the franchise that I was a part of, because I wanted a specific territory that I thought would generate more business. Guys, that's not necessarily true, okay? So you want to be known as a local expert. So you don't want to spread yourself too thin. That's one of the reasons why many businesses fail within their first year, is they try to grow too fast. So get some knowledge, get some experience, and then you can grow. It's a simple process. You just simply write the state Department of Community Health, Healthcare Facility Regulations, and ask to add additional territories, AKA counties, okay? So just be mindful of that. The other thing that's very important about that is if you're in a county, right? A, as in a county, and you want to service A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, caregivers from J County, K County, they are not going to drive over to A County for an interview, and they're not even guaranteed a job. Just a little side note nugget there. As I scroll down, we're at the application. I would recommend that each of you print this, fill it out so you have a clear understanding of the answers. The form, the application, this form is no longer submitted via mail. It's now done online at the MMIS website. And that website is documented within this file, MMIS. You're gonna do it there and submit your application online. But I highly recommend going through it so you're able to get through without a problem, okay? So let's see. I'm gonna scroll through this. Fingerprints. Fingerprints, very important, guys. The process is here. There's the email that I referenced earlier in the broadcast. All the information you need is in here. Have any questions? There's a contact email right there for you. Okay, so you're going to scroll through this process. There's an affidavit that you need to fill out and have notarized. Very important to have it notarized, and that will be sent into the state. So that's the document that you have to physically mail in. This is talking about U.S. citizenship and things like that. So here's the affidavit that I just mentioned, right? And then instructions for completing affidavit right here. Self-explanatory, walk you through the process. That's why I said there's really no need to contact the state. Everything you need is in here and pretty straightforward so far, right? We're gonna get into, I wanna see what's next, because then I'm gonna jump over to the actual rules and regulations that's really, really important and what gets people stuck. So this is talking about establishing your identity here. And while I'm on this section, I'll tell you guys, you do not need to be a registered nurse in order to run an agency in the state of Georgia, right? You do not have to be a registered nurse. However, you do need a registered nurse to run your business and to assist you in your business, meaning a comprehensive assessment, right? You need to have a comprehensive assessment done on your clients. You need to know if they're medically frail, medically compromised. The nurse needs to put together a service plan or service plan based on assessment. So yes, you do need a nurse. There's 3 different services that are available in the state of Georgia. You have your companion sitter service, you have your personal care service, and you have your skilled nursing. Yes, you can do skilled nursing in the state of Georgia as a private home care provider. It's very different than a lot of states. So that's why we don't say non-skilled home care in the state of Georgia, because the personal home care provider application and licensure does allow you to offer skilled nursing if you like. Okay, so now we're at the rules and regulations. I'm not going to scroll through this section here, guys. This is where you really need to hone in, get yourself in a comfortable position, and read through this. This is what will keep you licensed. This is what will get you a license. This is what would cause you to lose a license if you don't adhere to the rules and regulations for private home care providers. So take some time, go through this. I recommend, again, printing, putting it in a binder, and really learning this section. This section is actually what you're going to use to write your policies and procedures. When you're writing your policies and procedures, you're going directly based on this. Now, you're not copy and pasting and then sending it into the state, uploading it to their website. That's not how it works. A policy is your policy for your organization. And then the procedure is how you are going to do it, adhering to the rules and regulations of the state. Let me say that again, in case it may have confused you guys, okay? So the rules and regulations for private home care provider is AKA like the Bible for the licensure, right? Now, in order to get licensed, you must submit policies and procedures. The policies and procedures must be written based on the rules and regulations. The policy is your company's policy based on the rules, and then the procedure is how your company will perform to adhere to the policies based on the rules, okay? So if you need to slow that down and rewind and listen to it again, that's fine. All of that information is right here, and I want you guys to scroll through and get the information. It's going to keep you compliant. It's going to educate you on every single thing you need to know about licensing, right? So you're gonna scroll through that. And then I want you to scroll real quick, guys. So I'm gonna give you a second, scroll real quick through this, and I want you to get to this page right here. At the top of this page is going to show you private home care provider application review checklist. Very, very important document. So hopefully you guys are there. And if you're not, just catch up real quick or stop the video. How about that? Stop the video until you get to this page. This is the checklist, the review checklist that the state uses when they're reviewing your license application, your licensure application to grant you a provisional license. The provisional license is good for 1 year. Within that 1 year, you must become operational to get your full license, your regular license. So as the state is reviewing your application and the policies you submit, they're going through this. So you guys can see here, it says acceptable, not acceptable, and then notes, and then the date they reviewed. So if you, number one says completed application for a license to operate as a private home care provider, sign and date, right? So now that's done online. You no longer have to physically print that and send it in to them. They're gonna check, yes, you did it, no, you didn't, and then they're gonna put a note here. Notarized personal identification affidavit. Remember, we talked about that. It needs to be notarized. They're going to say, yes, you're going to mail this to them. They're going to say, yes, we received it. A copy of your business license. They're going to say, yes, we received it. No, you didn't. Guys, if you submit it and if it expires within the 6 months that it takes the state to review, you're going to have to get that updated and send them the updated copy when they call you stating that they reviewed your application. And that applies for anything. If you've sent them anything that expires prior to them granting you a provisional license, you need to send them the updated one. So be proactive and have it available. So when they contact you, you can just email it to them the same day. Be proactive. And then this one is talking about your certificate of incorporation, your articles of organization. This is talking about your tax ID number, which you're going to send them the 147C form, and then your payment, and then of course your fingerprints there, right? So this is a section that you're responsible for if you decide you need assistance and you want us to help you through the process with creating your customized policies and procedures to submit with your application. We do have a packet on that, and we would love to assist you through the process. So you would only be responsible for these sections here, 1 through 6, and then also in 13. We will walk you through the entire process. Now, if you decide to do it on your own, which many of you have, and we wish you much success, I'm going to explain to you more in case you try to do it on your own. So here's section 7, and you see there it says 290-5-54-.09. You need to go to that section within the rules and regulations and make sure you write policies that adhere to all of this, right? And you're going to do that throughout the entire process if you do it on your own. And I'm going to scroll over, I think it's 13, just to highlight the other section that tends to give people trouble if they decide to do it on their own. Okay, here it is, 13. List of current employees, administrator, and at least one other employee required to open a private home care provider, right? There you go, guys. You must submit 2 completed personnel files, one for yourself as the administrator, if you are the administrator, and then one for your employee. That employee could be a registered nurse. That employee could be a licensed nurse, could be a CNA, could be a PCA. I personally recommend doing yourself, the administrator, and then a registered nurse as an independent contractor that's responsible for doing your comprehensive assessments, supervisory visits, and things like that. So that's what I recommend. So make sure you guys get this section right. You want everything correct, but make sure you pay attention to this outside of steps 1 through 16. 1 through 6. Again, if you want us to help you, we can definitely help you. You can visit our website, michelleleeellis.com. Michele has 1 L, MICHELELEEELLIS.com, and submit a contact form, and we'll be more than happy to help you through that process. Okay, and then there's another section here that you just can simply omit, section 16. Don't worry about it, just put NA through it. The state does not grant approval for the 40-hour training for anyone starting out. So don't worry about that section. If you have decided to participate in skilled nursing, then you want to jump down here to this section, 18, and make sure you have everything you need. Pay attention, guys, to the PCA process. That process is pretty detailed, right? So a lot of people try to say, instead of hiring CNAs, we're going to hire PCAs. Make sure you adhere to the law. It is clear as day inside of the rules and regulations. A lot of people make mistakes there. This is talking about how often your supervisory visits are done. So you want to go through this in great detail. All right. And it goes down to section 23, and then you're done. Woo. It's a lot, guys, but you could do it. And if you want to expedite that process, again, we can help you through the process. Just notify us. So put your comments down below. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate you guys tuning into my videos. My goal is to enlighten you, inform you, motivate you to get your license. It's a very, very growing business. The industry is booming, and there are areas for growth. It's not a saturated industry by any means. So you can do it. You just have to do the work. Like the video, right? If you enjoyed the information and you want to hear more from me, and you want more videos, and you want to know when the videos drop, subscribe, like, and also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/I am Coach Michele. And again, you guys know Michele has one out. Take care. God bless. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.